Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. Check this out. I am at about 5,000 feet above sea level right now. Most Americans, indeed most people of the world, but most Americans live on or very near the coast, which is sea level. It's high up here. The air is thin. Doing burpees up here is something to behold. This is called high desert. And the amazing thing is how much of our country, the United States of America, is covered by this. There's a huge swath of it that goes all the way from the north border of Canada all the way down to Mexico of this. Could you live out here? If your family, you and your family were picked up, no gear, no mod cons, and dropped off out here, could you live? See, I suspect most Americans, if picked up and dropped off out here in the middle of nowhere, assuming that society has collapsed, so there's no cars running on this interstate, there's no electricity, I suspect that most Americans would die. You can't live out there, man! But you know what? People do live out here now. And people did live out here before the invention of electricity and gasoline-powered engines and all that stuff. Called the American Indians, the Native Americans. You can learn a lot from indigenous people. That goes for Germany too. You know, there were indigenous Germans who lived there before the advent of all the modern things. Australia, you have the Aborigines. There's a lot to learn from those people. How to build shelter in this environment, your environment. How to get food, water, how to live. You know, you take the average American, throw away their cell phone, get rid of their computer and their Starbucks and throw them out here, they'd be miserable. But the natives who lived out here were happy people. They had joy. They raised families. It's a mental attitude and a set of skills. I really recommend you look into the indigenous people that lived where you live now and learn how to live in your environment when everything breaks down. Learn, practice, play. And another thing, you know, you hear me say about how if the electricity went out, lots of people in Phoenix would die, right? Because there'd be no air conditioning. How acclimated are you to your environment? It's going up over 100 today. I'm in a nice air-conditioned car. Can you live outside in your environment, summer and winter, 24 hours a day for weeks on end? Can you do that? How comfortable are you going outside at noon in the summer or, you know, late afternoon, early morning in the winter and doing stuff? Most of you work in climate-controlled, air-conditioned type jobs. Now, some of you I know work outside all day long and it's not a thing. You work hard. For those of you who don't work outside, I highly recommend you get outside and get comfortable with it so that if and when you ever have to actually live in it, it's not a big deal. It's just a thing. And you can focus on more important things than, I'm hot. There's spiders and scorpions and rattlesnakes, oh my. Or whatever there is where you live. Find your outdoorsy self. He or she is in there. Embrace it. Get outside. Learn your environment. All right. I'll see you out there.